Welcome to the Maria Liberati Show, where food meets art, travel, and life. So what does food mean to you? Stay with me today. I will be sharing tips on how to get a better cooking experience in your kitchen, and I'll also be sharing an excerpt from my new book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Diaries, Seasons, with a special recipe for a coffee granita, so perfect for the summer. Stay with me. Ever wonder how you can get yourself a better cooking experience? Well, stay with me and I'll share some tips on how to get yourself a better cooking experience while in the kitchen. So amongst all of the skills that you can cultivate in yourself, there are few that are as practical, useful, and fun as cooking. You have to eat, and you will have to eat for your entire life, so you might as well learn how to make delicious food that you want to eat. But just because cooking makes sense to learn doesn't make it any easier to learn. If you have struggled to learn how to cook but think it's just not for you, there may be other obstacles that are getting in your way. Here are 3 things that everyone needs for a better cooking experience. Number 1, the right appliances. The first thing that everyone needs for a better cooking experience is the right appliance in their home kitchen, or appliances in their home kitchen. You can't cook properly if you don't have the appliances necessary to cook. You also can't cook very well if your appliances are inconsistent or inefficient. You have to have a functional oven that can hold consistent temperature, a stovetop with a few burners, a refrigerator, sink, and a microwave can be helpful, but is not ultimately a necessity. If your kitchen doesn't have these essentials, or they aren't working properly, then it isn't your fault. It's a struggle to cook. Number 2 is a comfortable kitchen design. It's not enough to have the proper appliances in your kitchen. You also have to have your kitchen laid out in a comfortable design in order to have a great experience cooking. A poorly designed kitchen can make workflow clunky and more difficult, and cause more stress and difficulty for you when cooking than is necessary. The key to a comfortable kitchen is having enough storage to keep things organized. Storage space keeps kitchen essentials out of the way when they're not in use. And number 3 is good knives. The final thing that everyone needs for a better cooking experience is a great set of knives. If you have ever watched a cooking show, you see how some skilled chefs and home cooks can chop, slice, and dice with ease. But when you pick up your knives to do it, it feels kind of hard, clunky, and clumsy. But the issues may not be you at all, but it could be your dull and weak knives. A high quality set of chef's knives can work wonders for improving your ability to learn knife skills in the kitchen. Cooking is a skill that anyone can learn, but only if you get rid of the obstacles that are standing in your way. Make sure that you have these 3 necessities to improve your cooking experience for the better. And what's your favorite thing in your kitchen that really helps you get the job done? Share that with us. Hashtag it the Maria Liberati Show, and you may win a copy of one of my books. Hashtag the Maria Liberati Show. Share with us what is your favorite thing in the kitchen. My favorite thing is my food processor. I tend to mix everything that I can in my food processor. It's always by my side or in the dishwasher. I love my food processor. I love making things with using my food processor. It seems to make mixing a lot easier. You know, my latest book is a memoir, and it's called The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Diaries, Seasons. And it's actually made up of diaries that I kept while I was living in Italy, creating the Basic Art of Italian Cooking book series. And I was just over at Gaiman Design Studios in Harleysville, Pennsylvania this past week, filming in their kitchen studio. It's a beautiful studio. My video for the book, so we'll be releasing the video shortly. However, I wanted to share with you a diary entry from the book and a short recipe today, and it's about Villa Borghese. For those of you that have been to Rome, you may have been to the Villa Borghese, and if not, I'll share my story with you. This is a diary entry from June 29th, and it's on page 27 of the book. It's titled Villa Borghese. My trip today was a visit to Villa Borghese. If you go to Rome, you shouldn't miss the villa, known for its beautiful gardens, fine art, and rich history. The Borghese were a prominent Italian family who originated in Siena but moved to Rome in the 17th century. The villa was built on top of Pinciana Hill to provide a suburban alternative for Cardinal Scipione Borghese, who wanted a place on the outskirts of Rome to house his art collection. Today, the house itself, along with its land, is known as the Villa Borghese Gardens, which include a number of buildings and breathtaking gardens. The former vineyard was transformed into some of the most extensive gardens in Rome since antiquity. The Spanish steps lead up to one entrance of the gardens, and the second entrance is located at the Puerta del Popolo. The Villa Borghese Gardens were bought by the community of Rome in 1993 and later given to the Roman public. In addition to exquisite gardens, the villa also contains some famous artwork. The Galleria Borghese is housed in the Villa Borghese itself and contains Bernini sculptures of Daphne and David. The paintings inside are equally famous, including works by Titian, Raphael, and Caravaggio. In addition to the main villa, there are several smaller buildings, such as the Villa Giulia, once a summer residence for Pope Julius III. Today it contains the Etruscan Museum. Another famous building in the Villa Medici, which houses the French Academy in Rome. With all the beauty and art contained in just this one area, it's both an interesting place to visit and a true symbol of what Italy is all about. Make this Roman iced coffee to cool off this summer. And this is the recipe for a granita al cafe. And you know, if you can't take a trip to Rome, you can listen to my stories or read my stories and make the recipes and have a staycation at home. This is a granita al cafe, which is so popular in Rome at the coffee bars in the summertime. And it's really easy. It serves 1.5 cups of quality espresso coffee, a cup of spring water, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 vanilla stick, and crushed ice. Place water, sugar, and the vanilla stick in a pan and let it boil. When boiling, take off the heat, let cool, and take out the vanilla stick. Place in an ice cube tray and let this mixture solidify into ice in the freezer. When frozen, place ice in the ice crusher or chop carefully with a knife. Place 3 tablespoons of crushed or chopped ice in each glass. Pour hot coffee just made over the ice and serve immediately. Thanks for listening to the Maria Liberati Show, and special thanks to my producer, Britton Roselle. And don't forget, share with us, hashtag the Maria Liberati Show. Share your favorite appliances on social media, on the blog, and you can find me at marialiberati.com, on Instagram at Maria Liberati, on Twitter at Maria Liberati, on Facebook at Chef Maria Liberati, on Pinterest at Maria Liberati, on LinkedIn at M Liberati, on the Basic Art of Italian Cooking by Maria Liberati channel on Roku, on the Maria Liberati channel on YouTube. And you can find my award-winning books, the Basic Art of Italian Cooking book series, and my latest book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Diaries Seasons, on Amazon or Kindle, and also at artoflivingprimamedia.com. That's artoflivingprimamedia.com, or just go to marialiberati.com, or really anywhere books are sold online, and you'll be able to get a copy of the book. If you'd like a signed copy, if you order it from Art of Living Prima Media and just request a signed copy, we can get that to you. And as mentioned, don't forget, share your favorite appliances. And also, if you create this week's recipe for a coffee granita, share a photo of that, hashtag it The Maria Liberati Show, and we will share it on the website for the show, which is themarialiberatishow.com. You can go there and you'll find this week's recipe located on the website. Until next time, peace, love, and pasta.